Welcome to Living Language episode number 8. It's been a while since we've been recording our living languages, but we're back in the full swing now. And the reason we've chosen our topic today of free writing is because we're finding that our writing sometimes gets a little bit pedestrian. And we've just been talking off screen about how improv really lifts your ideas, lifts your game, and takes you in places that normally you may not want to go or choose not to go or don't even know that you can go. So free writing, let's give it a chance.
So, Mel, what exactly is free writing?
Free writing is where you pick up your pen and you start writing. I'm assuming that's what it is. But there are a lot of things that I haven't tried as a writer, and now I've been writing for many, many years. And I tend to get stuck a little bit, I guess, with the same ideas and the same style of writing. And the rules of writing, when I'm at school, I get tied down with the rules of writing. And that tends to impact on my own creative writing. Because it's got the side of my brain that is editing me. So we've got to somehow shut down that side of the brain, and I never know whether it's right brain or left brain, but it's that brain that's...
left brain is logical, right brain is creative.
Yeah, well, my logical brain takes over, although that's not very good either.
Because you're right-handed.
Yeah, thank you, darling. So, free writing, let's give it a go today. Go, Sam.
So, free writing, as Mel was saying, is basically when you just pick up your pen and you just kind of write whatever comes into your head. And, sorry?
That's right, I'm going to have a go at free writing.
Okay, go!
Right. So, I have never had a go at Virginia Woolf type of free writing where...
Stream of consciousness.
Stream of consciousness, thank you very much, where you just let it go and you don't put full stops in sentences and all the rest of it. How much fun could that be? So I'm going to take myself off to the bush where I always go and do my writing, and as I'm wandering along and wandering down the pathways there, I find a cache of guns.
And what do you do with the guns?
I don't know, because I'm a romance writer and I've never found a cache of guns before.
Suddenly, a boa constrictor comes. I'm free writing. That's the point of free writing.
Am I in the African jungle here?
Yes.
I don't know anything about boa constrictors either.
There's a boa constrictor, and it comes and wraps itself around the guns.
I was going to say, your carpet snake wrapped itself around your cat one year, and
the guns morph into a cat.
Yeah. So free writing is really not about that. Free writing...
That's exactly what free writing's about.
Maybe dual free writing doesn't work. Maybe single free writing, because I would never, once I had my cache of guns, I would never have taken off with a boa constrictor. What I was thinking more about is a more thoughtful way of free writing, and I'm looking at that, and my mind has actually wandered off from my cache of guns, because while I was down there I saw a dragonfly, because I was speaking to a friend recently and she was describing the kinds of dragonflies that if you sit very still and they come and land very close to you, that they're actually giving you a message. So if I'm looking at this dragonfly and he's got a red body and he's got his little wings there, but he's the kind of dragonfly that didn't exist. He's not recorded anywhere because he's a new species. And suddenly I'm no longer in the bush. I've taken myself up to Crystal Creek up outside Townsville, where I used to go a lot, and there are a lot of dragonflies there. So now in my free writing I've taken myself up to the rainforests of North Queensland, where new species are found all the time, and scientists from James Cook University actually record the biodiversity. So now my story has moved from a cache of guns to a dragonfly to James Cook University and a scientist, but I can feel that there is certainly some sort of mystery thriller opportunity happening. But of course I don't write thrillers, so I'm still not quite sure where this story is going. So,
but that's exactly the point, I think, because it can help you unlock a genre that you never knew you could do just by listening to your subconscious and the first ideas that come into your head.
Yeah, and if I was going to continue that idea of the scientist, I don't want him to be mad, because that's a bit of a cliche. So I'm actually going to make him a woman, and he's going to be a young woman. She's going to be a university PhD.
He's going to be a young woman. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
She says free writing.
I know.
And he's going to be a young woman PhD student, and she has made this discovery, and she doesn't know what to do with it, and she really doesn't want the whole area trampled down with people exploring that kind of thing. And then I'm discovering as I'm writing this, and I've been writing for half an hour now, that things like MacGyver and Death in Paradise and Scorpion and all those TV shows that we've been watching recently Sherlock are starting to impact on my ideas, and I'm starting to realise that I'm not actually writing my own story, I'm writing someone else's story. So I've got this mishmash of ideas, and I'm thinking, this is getting messy, so all I can do is keep writing and see what comes out of the other end. So I'm still writing. But I've moved from the rainforest now because when I'm in North Queensland, I always think about my yacht because I lived on a yacht there once. So I've still got my cachet of guns happening in the background. And I'm thinking, okay, so I've got a young girl. I know who my heroine is now. I've got a cachet of guns. I've got a setting up there in the rainforest and the islands and around the back of Magnetic Island, back up through Heron Island, up to Hinchinbrook Island. Now, there is some really, really interesting places to set a thriller mystery. And I remember, and this is where my free writing is really starting to cement the idea, because you were only little, and a helicopter flew down from the back of Dunk Island and landed on the beach, and this really rich guy, but he was only dressed in thongs and a t-shirt and a port belly, he went over and bought a hamburger from the local shop, then he got back in his helicopter and he flew back to his tropical island. I have got a story happening here.
But is there a boa constrictor?
No, because I'm in Australia and I'm not in South Africa.
It
Because
could have escaped from the zoo!
write about what you know, silly. So this
I've
is
been
not
to the zoo!
this is not a Harry Potter novel. I'm not going to apparate to anywhere else. But I am pretty excited about some of the ideas that I've had today. And then as we're riding along, we did a workshop with this lovely woman called L.A. Larkin, and she's going to be on the podcast. And she actually writes thriller mysteries. Yeah. And the setting that I had there was in the outback, and it was in a one of those road train trucks, big road trains, 3 carriages, going along out through the Selwyn Ranges. And I'm thinking, wow, okay, so I've got my helicopter, I've got my tropical islands, and I've got this wonderful outback, and I've still got this cachet of guns, I've got this mystery, I've got this thriller writer sitting on my shoulder telling me I can do this. I've got a story happening, guys. That's the end of my free writing experience. What did you think? How did I go?
Oh, you're very well. But I still think they should have been a boa constrictor.
That's another living language. Over and out for today.
Thank you. Bye.